Hi, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are chatting with our news partner, the Medicine Shop in Monona, right on Monona Drive. This is Eric Hewitt, owner, and we're talking a little bit about added value services at Medicine Shop Monona. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me again.
I love your tagline. It's caring beyond prescriptions. And let's talk a little bit about what that means.
Yeah, at Medicine Shop, we really try and take that to heart. And oftentimes I talk about just general healthcare topics, on my segment, but I also like to let people know, especially when they come in our store, and hopefully they feel it when they come in the store, that it's truly not just a place where we just, count out your pills and hand them to you and send you on your way, that we really care about you, care about the patient themselves and their healthcare in general. So we really take it to heart to have great customer service, to have that personal relationship with our patients, and really try and go the extra mile for them to make sure that they're informed and healthy.
So smart, because you don't want to walk out of somewhere with a prescription and not truly understand what you're getting, how it might mix with another medication that
Absolutely.
you have, things of that nature. So when we're talking about those sort of added value services, what is it that you're doing that's different from another place?
Sure. I think it always starts with us for customer service. And I think, kind of what you're talking about too, is so many people that I talk to that, have maybe not given Medicine Shop a try or a place like ours, they're like, they just are okay with poor service, and that's almost the expectation. They don't feel like they're going to get anything else out of that. So it starts with customer service for us. We also do a bunch of different packaging options for our patients to make sure that they stay independent and stay healthy and take their medications appropriately, such as med boxes or CompuMed machines. We service assisted living facilities, again, for the loved ones. We've had patients that have started at the retail level, like maybe you and I getting prescriptions, all the way up to med boxes, to assisted living, and even hospice in certain, situations. So kind of run the gamut and want to make sure that we're taking care of our patients in whatever aspect of life they're in.
That's great, because you do sort of get used to pharmaceutical care being sort of transactional,
right,
and less about the whole person.
Right.
So some of these services that you're talking about, MedBox, for example, or you also have weekly cassettes. It's a program that you do, right?
Yeah, and people use different terms, so that's why I listed both of them. And so what it is the pharmacy, Medicine Shop, will set up a loved one's prescriptions for them in a weekly cassette or a weekly med box and deliver that out to the patient on a weekly basis. So if you have a loved one that maybe has a more complicated medication regimen, or you just don't have time to go over there on a weekly basis or every other week basis to set up their meds, we set those up for you. So it's the convenience of that, but it's also then the expertise of a pharmacist and pharmacy technician setting up your loved one's meds to make sure the patient is taking their medications appropriately.
Two things on that I think are great. One is, like you said, just taking the time aspect out of it, but also you've got an expert doing it.
Right.
So that's really helpful if you're a caretaker to somebody.
Yep.
We've talked before about CompuMed machines, excuse me. I remember that day we had all the different cool gadgets out that you had.
Yes.
Let's touch on that, how they work, and really who they're for.
Yep, and that's something that's unique to Medicine Shop. Not every pharmacy will have that. You may have some that do the med boxes. But a CompuMed actually is a computerized locked med box. So for the patients that maybe have some more memory issues, more advanced memory issues, where even the med box they would get confused on. It goes one step further and make sure, again, that you can keep those people independent and you take the appropriate medication dispensing out of their hands and put it into the machine's hands.
Going back to assisted living quick too, what are the patients that you serve and what special services are provided with those?
Yep, in the state of Wisconsin, anybody in an assisted living facility needs their medication packaged in unit dose packaging. So not every pharmacy does that. They don't have the capabilities of doing that. So again, we provide those unit dose packaging for these patients, fill them for a month at a time and send them to the facility so the facility is able to administer the medications.
So helpful.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure before we go we talk about your free delivery service. How does that work?
So we deliver Monday through Friday. We have a fairly large delivery area. We may not go to all ends of Dane County or anything like that because, again, it's a free delivery service. But Monday through Friday, as long as you call in by noon that day, we usually can get your prescription out to you the same day. So, again, if that helps, keep people independent, we're all for that.
Wonderful. Lots of information, as always. I love talking to you. You know your stuff. Again, this is Eric Hewitt with Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Monona, right on Monona Drive. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks again for having me.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.